Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now Johnson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the ground, this is Johnson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Here we go, here we go. Like 20! 57.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
21.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. It's caught by Coleman. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And finally taken down at the 26-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to...
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Garoppolo Garoppolo looks to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Second and 12 at the 37-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Bryant has it. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. This is caught. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
To Johnson again. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the...
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, Look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, 96 is coming. We're going to Mike.
21.
Now Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Kill. Turn up. Hey, 96 is coming. We're going to Mike 96. We got to get it.
here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Let's go. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right.
Garoppolo on 1st down. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
21. Quickstone, Travis.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Let's go. Interception, baby. Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for the...
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Strong right. Everyone's got football.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Mike 30.
11. Go ahead.
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, a combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Garoppolo. On the screen, this is Coleman.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watch the twist.
Go ahead.
Garoppolo now. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Hey, alert!
On first down, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
It's fourth down and less than a yard.
Here we go.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. On the sneak is Garoppolo. And he'll burrow his way forward to pick up the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. A gain of 3, second down.
180.
Brings up second and 7.
2.
33-yard line.
2.
On second and 7, Garoppolo looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 17-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a first and 10 at the 17. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Here we go. 180. Here we go.
Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
11.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, second and goal. It's Coleman here. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now a 3rd and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10.
Get wide. Shift. Switch it.
On first and 10, here's Murray. Screenplay, Johnson. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Back to the air on second down. It's Murray. Open man is Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And that'll set them back 5.
Come on now, let's go.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now Murray again. This one caught by Isabella. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
56. It's going to be a long...
On second down, Johnson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He's at the 30. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Even. Even. Check.
Murray now on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Arizona. 53 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Going for it, and this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there, and it's second down. Murray again, 2nd and 10. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
There's Garoppolo to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Garoppolo looks to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
21.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Gold with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And the Niners get there and bring him down. D Ford in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And the Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. '49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Murray with a 3rd and long. And Kelvin Benjamin's got it. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They're going for it. It's Murray. He completes it to Bryant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be an Arizona 1st down on a gain of 17. Murray, one final try. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week.